Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hello everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy 4th too. Hope you guys all had a good 4th. Good morning, Jamie, Marianne. It's so good to see you in here, Marianne. Is my volume working? Okay. I'm muted on, I guess I'm muted on my iPad. I'm like, wait, can people hear me? Am I talking? We are live. Good morning, Diane. How was everyone's 4th? My puppy last year, she didn't mind the 4th. This year, she felt a little different. She wasn't like terrified, but people behind us set off like great fireworks, which is great because we had like our own show. But she did not like the big booms. She's always by me, and she did not want to sit outside with me. She said, nope, I'll sit inside, Mama. It was a little too loud for her. It was so loud. Those booms that like shake your whole house and your windows. Hello, hello. Hi, Vega. Hello, Lisa. Mine was the first. Yes. It was a hot one here. I don't know how your guys' 4th was, but it is hot. Took forever to warm up here, but now it's like hot. Hot. Too hot for me. Yes. Did you guys see that about AI being in Design Space? I released a video a couple days ago when we were finally able to announce it, which I was so excited because that was so fun to play with. I don't have a whole lot of credits left because you get 20 credits per month for Cricut Access members, and obviously I was playing with it a lot. Here comes the kitty, Plumps. It's trying to get in my box here. But it was fun to play with and see what I could come up with. Oh yes, Canada Day on the 1st. Yes, Diane, happy Canada Day. Aww, yeah. The pups got freaked out. I totally understand. Lucy's, I was like, she's not scared of anything. Not that she was scared. I think honestly, like the loud sound, because they were right behind her house. I think the loud sound like hurt. I said their ears are sensitive. That's gonna be very loud. Hello, Mindy. Glad to see you. Yeah, so the AI is going to be a very slow rollout. So it's going to roll out in beta. So if you want to see if you have it, you're going to want to switch to beta. But it's going to be a really slow rollout. And then if they have any issues with it, they'll pull it back too. But I just loved coming up with random stuff. At the end of my video, I just came up with like a raccoon and a firework holding a hot dog. And I just loved that image so much. Like I need to do something with the 4th with it next year. It reminded me of Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy because his name's Rocket and he was kind of on a rocket. Mindy, I was so tickled when I did that. It was just such a cute image. I couldn't handle it. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome. So today's card I'm going to be designing, and I seen a card by, her name is Sam Kelcott. She has lots of good designs, and I know what she didn't give like a template for the card as far as like for the base or anything. I just knew what it looked like, and I went in Design Space and I really looked to try to find it because she calls it a circle box card, and I could not. I was just seeing if I could find like the base template or anything, but I could not find it anywhere in Design Space. So I'm gonna go ahead and create it in Design Space, and then I have to play with the Cricut AI, which so I'm gonna have to play with that too. And I have an idea again with the raccoon, because the raccoon gave me an idea for Forest Friends for a winter card and snow scene. But I was like, maybe we can put like a raccoon on skis or something. Is it every hit of create? Yes, Mary Ann. So with the AI, anytime you hit generate or create, is it generate or create on there? I do it in several different ones. That's going to count as one, but you're actually going to get 2 images. But if you watch my video, I'll show you how you can actually get more than 40 images, because you could tell it to say, give me a house and a dog and a tree and a kid, all as separate images. And that would be, it would only count as one image, but you technically had like 5 separate images within that image. So there is ways to get more than just your 20. I wonder what the AI would do if you asked for a licensed character. Mindy, it won't do any licensed. It won't do licensed, trademark, copyrighted, and it's not supposed to do inappropriate either. So those are the ones that won't come up. The only thing, and I kept trying to stump the AI, you know, come up with something bizarre. And I don't know I stumped it. I think because I was trying to do the welcome to Vegas sign with like a royal flush and flaming dice, and it wouldn't do the welcome to Vegas sign, and that made me think, oh, is the welcome to Vegas sign like copyrighted or trademarked? I don't know. But that is the only thing I put in that I found that it could not do. I did not, Mindy. I'll have to go look at them. That's so funny. Diane says, I have real raccoons here. They're in our yard every day. I'd probably try getting a baby raccoon at some point, Diane, if I had that. Oh, Princess is copyrighted. That's interesting, Jamie. That's crazy. You think Princess? Huh. I'm trying to think, like, what's a workaround word for princess? I don't know. I wish they would let you just do a print, not print and cut, and I don't need it to cut my designs. Oh, yes, totally, Vega. I understand that, and it's so funny because I literally, when I was thinking of this design and what I wanted to do, I was like, oh, I wish I could do print and cut in the Create AI. That would be really cool. Trash pandas, that's perfect. All right, guys, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and jump into Design Space now. I don't know why it does that. Okay. I don't know where that picture is for me that just popped up. Mom has had 4 and Mom had 3 and oh. Oh, that's amazing, Diane. I wish I had a little forest behind me. We used to. We had our little possum buddies. I had a possum I fed. His name was Pablo. And he would come up, and he was fine with my cats. He'd be at my back door with my cat right next to him. But then when we got Lucy Lou and she was a puppy, we had to put things so she couldn't get out under the fence anywhere, which meant Pablo could no longer get in. But it's funny because his pictures still pop up on our TV on our for our Amazon pictures. And I forgot, Pablo brought a friend one time. I seen it on our pics the other day. We had 2 possums at our back door, but I miss Pablo. I bought him a little house and everything for outside. Oh, that's a good idea, Mindy. A girl with a crown on her head. Hello, Margot. Welcome. Oh, we don't have a forest. They just come here. Maybe you're Snow White, Diane. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build the base of this card before we go ahead and go into Create AI and try to create an image for it. So I'm going to start with shapes here. I'm just going to grab a rectangle. And then for this, I'm going to butt it all the way up against the 0. But hold on, let me go ahead and change my background color. And change our mat right there down here in the corner. Okay, so for this one, I decided I'm going to unlock this. And then I need it, and I just refigured all this because I had it 2 inches longer, and then when I thought about it, I'm like, ooh, when you fold it, that's going to be too big. So I just had to like kind of redo the numbers really quickly. Margot, it's slowly rolling out in beta. So if you don't have access yet, you will at some point, but it's a slow rollout. So you can just check beta for updates for that. Okay, so we made our first one here. I'm just going to change this to white. We made this 1.9 inches long, and then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And I want the card 7 inches high, so I'm just going to bring this down so the bottom of it is right above the 7. Okay, then next we're going to go ahead and grab a circle. And then this circle, we want to go in the center here. And I want this about, I figured, well, I just changed it. Hold on, Plumps, you can't come over, buddy. 4.56. Is that what I did? Oh, 4.86. I want it just below 5, this circle, because this is going to be the center of the card. So we want to make the card 5 by 7. We're going to make that 4.86. And I just need it a little bit taller. So I'm going to make it 5.39 should work. Okay, we're gonna want this centered, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach these two squares right here. That way it's just gonna easily center them between those two. So I'm gonna select the circle, select my rectangles, align, and center. So it will be like that, and that looks good. Before I do that, and I'm gonna build ovals, but first, before I do that, I wanna not forget, I'm gonna go ahead and hit, I'm gonna duplicate this first. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit offset, but we are gonna inset it. So we're gonna drag it to the left here. 0.25, and then I can apply that. Because I'm going to want this outside border, so I'm just gonna select both of those, combine and subtract, and then I'm left with this piece that I need. So I'm just going to bring the circle over that I duplicated now. So I like to duplicate them and then do the same thing, just drag it and we can align center. Hello, Louise, welcome. Louise said, I tried girl with crown sitting in a fancy carriage drawn by horses and that worked perfectly. Oh, so good to know. So it's good to know we don't say princess, we say girl with crown. I like that. I knew there had to be some kind of workaround there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab another circle. I can just go ahead and duplicate this one. So the point is we're gonna have a circle here. This is gonna be acetate and it's gonna be a winter scene. But we're gonna go ahead, these are gonna become ovals on the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock these. And the height is fine. I just want to go ahead and change the width. So the width I'm going to make 2.39. And these are just going to be side pieces here. And then you can tell when you got them. I feel like I need to maybe make it a little smaller. 2. Let's try 2.09. Just want to make sure my side here lines up with the side of the oval, which actually that will be perfect, I think, for that. And then we can go ahead and duplicate that oval too. And then we're going to bring this over here. Louise, there was something yesterday I was looking at and I don't remember what it is now. And I was like, man, I don't know how to do this. Or create this, but I was like, I'm pretty sure Louise would know. I don't know what it is now. Okay, we have those. Now we can go ahead, I want to go ahead and unite these. Or actually, before I unite them, I'm going to go ahead and grab a score line. So we're going to go ahead and go to shapes. Grab a score line here. Ooh. Now the score lines can, if you've seen our live last, oh, that was so easy to grab. Maybe they fixed it. You can't have an issue grabbing the score line, but it grabbed it really easy right there. Grab that line again. Is it gonna let me grab it so easily? Come on, buddy. Okay, so it can still have an issue grabbing the score line. I find if I drag it down though and I go down below it, it's not doing it right now. There we go, I got it there. But I'm just placing the score line because it's gonna score right where those ovals in the circle meet. So I'm just getting those in place first. And then I can go ahead and duplicate that score line and then drag that over here. Which is easier for me to see before I unite them. Although you can kind of see, but you can really see when they're not united yet. Yeah, wasn't that so fun to play with, Louise? Oh my gosh. I don't know if you see my video, Louise, but I had the funnest time. Just, I was like, at the end, I was like, let's throw a raccoon on a rocket holding a hot dog together and see what we get. And it was so stinking cute. I'm sad I discovered that, like, on the 3rd of July, because I need to do something with that. So I'm going to go ahead and click all of these here, and I'm going to click my base, and then you can unite or weld. Weld is permanent and you can't undo it. So I always just like to unite it first. I can go back and weld when I'm done with my design, but just for that sake, I like to do that. And then we can go ahead, drag our mouse on all this, and we are going to attach the score lines here. And I would like to offset some of this too, inset actually. So we're gonna go ahead and select offset, which look how cool it is now when you design. When you have like lots of other things on your screen, I love how it highlights now what you're offsetting. Jamie said, I could not think of a single thing to ask it for. I just started throwing things together. My favorites I made was the flamingo sitting in the martini glass with his legs kicked up with the martini in his hand. I'm definitely making that a shirt, and I'll actually show you guys what I designed with that in a second. Yeah, that's going to offset it all like that. But technically I don't need that, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a square. Mindy, we are making a circle box card. This is gonna, oh, it's Christmas card. Why? Because it's Christmas in July. So I figured let's do a Christmas card. But it's gonna be a see-through scene with acetate and a snowy scene. Which, by the way, guys, where do you buy your patterned acetate? I am looking for it, like all the regular places, Amazon, everything. I cannot find any. And then my second question was, has anybody made regular acetate to look like snow? Like, used paint or vinyl on it? So what I want to do is I want to cut these little mattings for these pieces here. So I'm just going to create one of these squares. And then once I get it the size I like, I can just go ahead and duplicate it 3 more times. Which I could have changed the color first. And then I'll either use pattern paper for this or end up doing some print and cut pattern from Design Space. I have some pattern acetate left, but I know I don't have any snow. I have one with like big polka dots, but I'm like, that is too big. Right, Jamie? I know. That stuff is not easy to find either. I think I might have to make snow ones. Okay, so I want this to fill in here, so I'm just gonna unlock it and then drag it. I could have just used the offset feature if I wanted these panels before I united these circles to it. If I would attach the score lines, it would have made just these pieces I need to. So if you didn't want to go through making the squares, you could do it that way. And now this is going to be 5 by 7, but it's going to fold. Well, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can make it where it folds and it'll fit in a 7 by 7 envelope, which is what I'm going to show, just because I think it'll look better finished, like as a circle. But if you want it to fit in a 5 by 7, what you would do is you would take score line and you would score it down the middle of each of these ovals too, and then you can, I'm showing you with my hands like you can see, then you can bend in the sides and it will fold into a 5 by 7. Alright, so we're going to go ahead now and go to shapes. I'm going to grab a circle again, which I should have, I did not think of it. Well, I could just unweld this. Detach and ununite. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to detach it. And then I'm going to combine and undo unite. Just because I want to get an inset for these ovals. It just makes it easier to go ahead and do that. And then we can just duplicate because these are the same size. There we go. I'll pull those off. And where is my base? Click up there, and then I can go ahead and unite again. There we go. And then we just want to take our score line, so hold shift in that, our unite, and now we're going to attach it. And now we're back to that, but we have our side pieces here. I'm just going to make them red. Now that 4th of July is gone, what kind of projects are you guys working on? Oh, thank you, Jamie. Save. I'm so bad with that. So bad. Hello, Linda. Happy to have you here. Acceptable t-shirt, so I left it and didn't make it. I had 2 emails from Cricut saying my design missed me. That's so funny. All right, so we have those pieces done. I'm just gonna make these red too. Because more than likely I will make these the same pattern. Which I could just go over to color sync too, and then I could just grab that black, drag it to the red, and that'll change it that way too. All right, so we have that piece done. Now this, we are gonna need a piece of acetate too, which I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate this so I can make my acetate piece, because we want the acetate piece not quite as big as this. Which that is actually just that. I could have duplicated that circle again too. But because I sliced it, it won't let me contour it. But I really just want to contour this, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw my... I use this trick all the time. There's so many things I want to contour that just aren't contourable. So if you take and put a shape in it and weld it, now you can go ahead and contour it. And I can hide all contours and get just the circle. But I don't want it quite that big. I need it a little bit smaller. I'm going to glue it. Probably like that is good. And I always like to make my acetate like this light gray so I know it's acetate. So I can move that out of the way, but that is going to be for that. And I'm going to go ahead and group this whole card because we're going to actually do this twice. And then duplicate it. So how this box card's gonna work is you're gonna fold it, and so like one is the front. I keep showing with my hands like you guys can see. Thanks, Linda, I appreciate that. And so we're gonna fold it over and it's a box, and then the circle, I keep doing my hands. The circle's gonna be acetate, and then it's gonna be a wintry scene. So let's go ahead and look at what we want to put in the scene. What was I doing with this circle? I don't know. I'm just going to move it over for now. I don't know what I was doing with that. Alright. So, I thought it would be cute. I definitely want a winter scene. So, we're going to have the acetate looking through. But I thought forest, like wintry forest friends. So, let's go ahead and go into images. And I had typed in winter animal. Oh my gosh, that one's so cute. Let's go to advanced search here. And I'm thinking raccoon, but you could put, because I'm going to put one on the outside too, so it could be more than a raccoon. I could just do like forest friends. Alright. Has anybody just put like the foil, the sticky foil on the acetate? Tried that? Like if I cut little circles? I don't know. I'm going to have to play with it. Oh my gosh, how funny is this penguin, guys? Look at that. I love that. Oh, I love the little Happy New Year penguin too. And the little polar bear. Oh my gosh. There's always so many cute forest animals. The little fox. Which one did I say was really cute? There was a hedgehog somewhere, right? I don't know. Winter animal. Let's look up winter raccoon. Oh, Mindy, yeah, you're talking about the Aleene's glitter snow stuff, like the texture snow? Oh, that's actually an interesting idea. You could make it like 3D then and have actual little flakes like on the outside. We all love our pooches. Okay. Oh my gosh, this one is so cute. That one would be perfect to add to it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus there, but I do want to see more ones like this. Hold on, let me scroll real quick. It jumped on me. Oh, I remember this one. This one is so funny, guys. Look at this one. It's not for what I'm doing, but how stinking cute is that? I wish I had just this, the raccoon, which you could. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, you could take shapes and keep slicing around this. It would take a long time, but that is adorable. Sorry, Santa, I've been and it's a possum. That is so funny. Okay. Right? That one is so cute. Waiting for it to load here. Okay. This one, I want to see if we have any more that are cute like this guy here. And the hedgehog. We gotta add the hedgehog in too. You could do a penguin. Polar bears. I like the little raccoon on the log too with the Christmas lights. So cute. Alright, let's take the two that we have. And, oh, one thing, we were talking about our pups. One thing I love in the Create AI is I had it made a Bernedoodle. And at first it made it all black, but then I said tricolor, and it made it look exactly like Lucy, her black and white. So I'm like, I'm going to make lots of Lucy Lou stuff. I need a Bernedoodle mom shirt. Yes. Alright. I'll go ahead and click off images. That is so cute. How cute. This looks like a little baby raccoon. I'd be like, you're coming home with me, buddy. So the acetate will go there like that. Might need to make it just a tiny bit smaller so it's easy to glue, and then this piece is going to go on top of that. So I'm just going to go ahead, click on that, and bring that to the front. And that'll go there, and then you got to imagine it'll have hopefully patterned snow. I'm going to find a way to create the snow acetate since I can't find any. And then on the inside we could do a whole scene, and I thought we could do like a snow hill. Let's type in snow hill. Snow hill, snowy hill. Oh, and I do have this set for print and cut, so that's why it's giving me all print and cut. So let me go ahead to my filter here. Unclick print and cut. Yeah, my cat, Plumps, he was terrified of the fireworks. He's the weather cat. I call him Chicken Little. He when a storm's coming, he army crawls and walks slow, and he was doing that with fireworks too. I was like, you're literally like Chicken Little. You think the sky is falling. Oh, da, 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 da. See if we can find a snow hill. What's another name you guys use for snow hill? Actually, let me go to advanced search. Yeah, he's so Chicken Little. Oh, that's really cool though. This print and cut behind it, and then hold on, I want to add that. This one, I like the hill with the trees. I want to see what other options it has like it. Which you could totally just build a hill to and add trees to it pretty easily with shapes. I'm just gonna add this one too. Oops. And we could take that and put the circle in it and slice it. Oh, this one has... Okay, I'm gonna pull these down here real quick. This one too. I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate this because I'm gonna use this to slice. I really like this wintry scene set. Bring that to the front. Wintry scene set. That doesn't sound right. We really want to get that right on there because it's the perfect size. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm deleting that circle because as I was doing it, I'm like, no, don't change the size of the circle. The circle's got to stay the same size. I got to say, change the size of the image. All right, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and shrink the image down. Just a little bit. Yeah, 1 a.m. That is when... That's when they... I heard the last ones here too. I remember going, guys, it's 1 a.m. It's time to stop the fireworks. Well, then I was taking condo work this morning, and we have a big pond when you come in our neighborhood. And by the pond, I noticed somebody set off all kinds of fireworks. They just left all the debris on the sidewalk. Like, there's no houses even on that side where the pond is. Like, somebody just came over here, set off all their fireworks, and just left them on the walkway by the pond. Shrink that down a little bit more. And then just play with this till you get it about where you need. Which looks like that should be pretty good right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and select both, drag my mouse. It's not letting me slice. Is it? Oh, I was thinking this was a print and cut. This is not a print and cut. This is grouped. Let me take this real quick. And go print and cut. I'm just gonna bring this to the, oh, no. Bring to the front so I can see it. Okay, so we went ahead and then turned it into the print and cut. Is it gonna let me? Yeah, it's not gonna let me. No, go back, go back. I was watching the fireworks out the window. Aww. The poor deers. Okay, it's not letting me go ahead and slice these, which some it did. I just did another print and cut. I was playing with that raccoon with the mug and everything, and it was letting me slice through that print and cut. But it is not letting me do that. So I can turn this back from print and cut to a cut. But then we're going to go ahead and slice through each of these layers. Where did it go? Where are we at? Okay, snowy night. Not that circle. This circle. Drop down snowy night. And then we're going to have to slice through each. Why is it not? Oh, because it's grouped, so we'll ungroup. Now that we're ungrouped, now we can go ahead and grab it. And then hit slice. Grab that slice, and then we'll just keep going through these. Did I slice it? Now I'm clicking them. I'm like, I don't remember. Did I slice that? Hold on. Grab that one. Slice. Ooh. Do I need to put another circle there? Sometimes it depends how they're lined up. Sometimes you can just grab these and then keep slicing with it. But sometimes you cannot. Depending on how they're layered. There's a lot of little layers in that. I keep clicking and then can't remember if I've hit slice. We're gonna hope they don't overlayer. No print and cut sometimes won't let you slice through, but it was letting me earlier. And I don't know if it just has to do with the image. Yeah, Kimberly, I know. I was saying the same thing. The drone shows are so cool. And I don't know how much they cost, but I feel like fireworks are incredibly expensive. And drone shows are really neat. I saw a really cool one. I don't know where it was, but they made like an eagle fly, and it was super neat. Have you ever seen them set up a field for a drone show? I seen them like it was a huge drone show, and they set up all the drones on the field and how it was very interesting. Yeah, so the problem is you can slice a print and cut, but you can't slice it if you flattened it, which is what I did. Oh, I wonder if there was another one that was print and cut. As I'm doing this all, there was two versions of this, and I wonder if the other one was actually print and cut. Now I'm curious. I'm just duplicating that circle again. What is this piece here? Yeah, it looks like it did not cut all the circles because I should have duplicated that circle way more times. That way I had a full circle each one, because I was slicing through with sliced results. But I want to go back into the snowy hill because I really want to see if this other one was a print and cut. My voice is getting froggy. I know. People they spend lots of money on their those fireworks. I always say I like to watch other people blow up their money, not me. Man. Print and cut one would be perfect. Or you could just add a snowy hill. Add this one to the canvas. I think this one is just a cut too. It would be amazing if we could go ahead and... Yep, it's gonna be the same. It's just given me... It's the exact same one. It just gave me a little border on that one. Okay, so I don't want to go through and do the circle and do each layer with you guys again. I will have to do that. Actually, let me go back. I will have to do that. And then once I slice it all, then I can go ahead and flatten it how I need. But I don't want to have you guys sit here and me go through every single layer of that and do that again. But the problem was, if I just kept replicating the circle and stacking them and then choose a circle and a layer and slice, choose the whole circle, layer, slice, then it would have been fine. But I was taking like pieces of it and it just didn't work out. But we're gonna, so the back is gonna look like this. We'll have a snowy scene. Hi, Plumps. It would be awesome though if we had the ability to go ahead and flatten and then slice. Nope, that didn't work, Mindy. We tried that. I tried that at the beginning. You can slice a print and cut image, but you cannot slice an image that you flatten. So that's why it didn't work. So that's why you just have to take the circle and then slice through each of the layers. But I really like this background, so we're gonna go with this. And then we have our cute little raccoon here. Oh, I know what I wanted to look for too in images. Like an animal on skis. There you go, like a penguin. Or the penguin on the, hold on, let's add these little penguins here. Penguin's not a forest animal though, that doesn't really work, does it? I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, that's adorable, but then I'm like, wait, penguin is definitely not forest animal, but how stinking cute is that? That's adorable. Oh, I really like him. Oh, hold on, let me go ahead and save this. I really like the penguin there. Okay, let's go back to images again. We're gonna go to Create AI too. Even though Create AI is only gonna give you one layer flat image, but let's put a raccoon with Santa hat. Oh wait, a raccoon wearing. So this is Create AI, guys. If you have not seen this, this is what's rolling out in beta here. So it's down here at the bottom on the left. And then we're gonna go ahead and type, give it a command. So we're gonna go raccoon wearing a Santa hat and scarf. Riding skis? What do you call that? On skis. We'll just say on skis. Ooh, hopefully Santa's not trademarked, right? Yeah, animal friends. There we go, Diane. I like that. Oh, that's so great, Mindy. All right, so let's go ahead. Now we're going to go ahead and hit generate. And that'll go ahead and take a second about that. But when it generates, as you can see here, it gives you credits. So this is an AI, or not AI, Cricut Access feature. And you get 20 credits a month. And then each time you hit generate, it's 1 credit, but it's going to actually give you 2 images here. And then whatever images you generate will go over here to the saved. Oh my gosh, there's my, there's my raccoon riding a rocket firework with a hot dog in his hand. But this one was so funny too. I absolutely love the, I call it the tipsy flamingo. So funny. There's my Bernedoodle I played with. See, it made me first a black Bernedoodle, but then I changed it and said make a tricolor Bernedoodle, and it's literally Lucy's coloring right there. Alright, let's go see what it gave us. Oh, how stinking cute. Alright, we got 2. I'm going to add them both here. And even if you add them both, it doesn't cost you another credit. It's still just the 20. It just counts as 1 credit. So you actually get 2 images for that. But these are the 2 images that AI came up with. Oops. Go back. Move this down. That is stinking cute. Now I wish, isn't that funny how you like to like swap images? Like, oh, I like this on this image. But I definitely want the tail stripe. That's one thing I like about the raccoon is you can go ahead and contour him, which as you can see, it's not allowing us to contour, but we can do that same trick where we just weld something to it. So let's go ahead and go with this guy. I am going to flip him horizontal so he's facing this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. Well, not yet. Let me go ahead and weld the circle. I'm going to duplicate the circle here. Which I don't even know what the circle is for anymore. Just make it little. Put it where it blends in. Then we're going to weld it. And if you don't do this, all your images are just going to be one layer and you can't contour. Now you can detach and ungroup and detach them. But let's combine and then weld. And then now we can go ahead and contour it. But I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that. Duplicate it one more time. Let me move these out of the way. There we go. Right, Louise? I know, I made a design and it says the Tipsy Flamingo Social Club. That's not a real place, but it totally should be. I was like, that's such a good name. At first I was like, oh, what should I put it? And I was going to put the Let's Flamingo Social Club, but then I was like, no, the tipsy one. Okay, so what I want to do on this one is I just want to get my stripes. So I'm going to go ahead and click on those, and then I want the little coloring in the face too. So all the parts that would be gray, say, on the raccoon. And then it always leaves one highlighted, so we're going to go ahead and click that one off. And then there we have what we can make the gray of the raccoon. Kimberly, it's not, you can share a project with AI in it, but you will not get the AI image. So there's no way to share AI images that are created. This guy I'm just going to make black. And then we can duplicate him again, because I want to make his hat white there, so we can hit contour. Ooh. Hide all contours, and then do this part of his hat. And then we can go ahead and make that white. See, we couldn't find a raccoon. Where did this go? Oh yeah. We couldn't find a raccoon wearing skis, but... Oh, I should have done his eyeball too. I'm going to go ahead and click that white piece again. Hit contour, because I want to do his eye. And then click. Oh, no. There we go. And you could slice too if you want. I could make probably that piece there gray. I'm going to contour that and do this little part of his belly right here. And his scarf. You can make part of his scarf like a color, like we could do red there and there. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. But that one thing coming off is not, because it's not separate. That way you can add some color to your designs. And then on that black one, I'm just going to contour these out. He needs red on his Santa hat too. But that's one way to take an AI image. And then you can turn them to print and cut. Woo! And group those together, flatten, and then I would add an offset to it. But see how it grayed out everything else that you're not offsetting, and it's showing you just here what you're offsetting. I'm just going to move this over so we can see that better. And I want a much smaller offset on that. Make that white. And then you could leave it like that. If you wanted to fill in the gaps too so it didn't cut around, you could go ahead and on that piece you could contour. Hide all those contours and then have just the one flat piece behind them if you like that. Group those, but then you can throw those down. Which he could be. I could make him littler too. Like he's like the penguin's going, and then we have like a little raccoon somewhere. I just love this penguin so much. I'm very fond of the penguin. But so you could do him. You could even cut him and put him on the front if you wanted to. Let's see if we tilted him. He's coming down a hill like that. Then we can, where'd he go? There he is. That's a really good question, Kimberly. They did not mention that, actually, but I believe so. It was not said that it would only be available on the computer, so I believe it will be. Oh, I totally understand, Mindy. Having trouble seeing it finished in my brain. I get that a lot. I'm like that a lot. It's like I'm kind of comprehending, but I'm not. And I may use that raccoon, I may not. Just when I go to make it and how things are going together. I just love this penguin. I just really want this penguin big. But then on the outside you could do, so how this card's gonna work is it's gonna fold, so think of just, only in US. It's gonna fold like a box, so it's, think of like a gift box, you know, like you're gonna at Christmas wrap a shirt in, how the one box goes over the other box. It's gonna work just like that. But then it's gonna have the acetate in the middle and everything. So it's gonna look like a snow globe basically from the outside. But then it looks really cute when it's standing up too. It's easy to like set up, and it looked adorable when Sam Kelcott did it. But we have that, and then on the outside too we could do cute little friends. I was doing forest friends, but then when I see penguin, I think, oh, like a polar bear. I bet there's a little adorable polar bear. Or you could even do like wintry leaves, branches, or a flower. Winter, what would we call that? Winter branches? Snow? Not quite. I guess more like winter flowers. But we could go ahead. See what we get if we put winter flowers. Let's change the print and cut. I'm trying to think. I know I've seen an image, and I'm trying to think how to design it. It's like holly or poinsettia or mistletoe, but then it's got like a branch and it's got snow on the branch. I don't know how to describe that perfectly for Design Space, but that. I wonder if it's bookmarked. What if I had anything like that book, like this kind of. Oh, there's a cute little fox too. That'd be really pretty on the inside too. You could actually do a bird and do a whole like cardinal scene if you wanted. But you can do things like this on the outside if you wanted. But more without the bird. I'm just looking for like branches, but the same kind of thing there. So that is, I know we're almost like an hour in already. Thanks, Jamie. Listen to Jamie and save. Okay, I'm gonna save. I know I have a lot going on here too, so I have a lot to clean up on it. But what do you guys think? Should I do the penguin here, or should I try to do a raccoon on skis? Now this raccoon's adorable too. We could do the raccoon. We could maybe do this raccoon on the inside, and then I could do the smaller little guy on the outside of the acetate. I don't know. I just really like him. But I love these guys too. Could have a whole You could put both of them on the inside, actually. That's the hardest part, is deciding, guys. I'm like, I don't know. Even after I make it, sometimes I change it as I do it, and I'm like, no, I just like this better. They're so cute. Snowy branch. Okay. I am going to... First, I'm going to bring that to the front, because he was disappearing. How stinking cute is that, though? I don't know. The problem is they're all stinking cute. Alright, I'm gonna go to images. We're gonna type in snowy branch. Oh, I'm on bookmark, so I gotta click all there. Oh yeah, and there's like a tree there. I'm gonna hit the advanced search so I can see more like it. Where'd it go? Am I crazy? That's weird. Am I crazy, or did the one branch that I wanted to see that was more like it is gone? Hold on. Oh, maybe it was that. Oh, wait, what's that down there? Yeah, with like pine cones and stuff. But there's options for that too. I just don't know which animals to go with, guys. I need a vote here. I know, I like them all. That's the problem. It is a hedgehog. Yep, it's definitely a hedgehog. I don't think do they have a possum with a Santa hat? Now I need to know. I will be putting this card together Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, guys, if you haven't entered Alex's birthday giveaway, it's only open till the 8th. I did put in the link below. Well, in the description below, I put a link to it. But for his birthday, we're doing $120 to spend at Cricut.com. And that giveaway is only open till the 8th. So make sure to enter that if you haven't. Because we can all use $120 to spend at Cricut. I know. It's tough when everybody likes them all. Yeah, that's a good branch right there. Just one with a pine cone. That's good to add to an outside of a card too. Then it'd be like foresty, and you could go ahead and rotate it however you want, but that would be a really good one. I'm actually going to hit advanced search because I do want to see more just like that one. Where is it? That's so weird. Or there's just a tree. Could add a print and cut tree to it. Here's some. I'm gonna look at this set because it'll show you what set image set it comes in, but it's called Classic Winter Doodles Printables. Yeah, it's got snowy branch, icicles, and a tree. Are my eyes just going past that pine cone one, or is it not here? Guys. Looking for that pine cone one. But it wasn't there when I went to advanced search. That is weird. Right, Mindy? That's what I thought too. I was like, it's so hot and it's July, so we can officially do Christmas in July. And yeah, just the seeing like snow things makes you feel refreshed. Yeah, snowy pine cone. Yeah, it brought that one up when I searched it, but then when I went to advanced search, this image was not weirdly there, which never happens. I never run into that. But you could even duplicate it and then flip it. Oop, I always do the wrong flip. and then flip it vertical. You could stretch it out. You could too if you needed to like warp them. Well, you can't warp these, but there we go. Oh. But you could do something and have like these on the outside of the card, and then inside is the snowy thing. That is so stinking cute though. I just love them animals. I wish I could find a raccoon on a sleigh. Can I? Nope. But see, that again, that's something you can create in AI. You could put a raccoon on a sleigh, which I'm scared to use my credits. I only have 7 left, and I have to get till August 1st with my credits. So I don't want to go through too many here. Look at the hedgehog with the Santa hat and the packages. Oh, that's so cute. This is a chunky raccoon right here. He's been eating good. That is a skinny raccoon right there. Oh. Can you put in a request to, I mean, you can to Cricut. Can I be like, can I request a raccoon on a sleigh printable, please? See if it happens. But there is the design there, so we'll go ahead and put this together Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and see how I change it. So I am going to go ahead and slice in all the background, because I do not... We could cut all these pieces for the background and put it in. That was a lot of layers. I don't remember how many. Let's look at this. Oh, that's when I sliced through. What? Yeah, there's lots of layers to that. So definitely print and cut is going to be easier. And I may take the moon out of it. Or I could even just build one too. With snowy hills, mountains, and a tree. You can, in a circle, I could totally just make my own. Which I may do that too. So make sure to come back Tuesday and see what exactly I decide to go with. There's just too many cute options. Diane, Chunky One must have stopped by our place for food. You know... You know where raccoons would do really well right now? Philadelphia. Since there's no garbage pickup, man, the rats, the animals have got to be eaten good because there's no garbage pickup. Mindy, do you know if unused credits will carry over? They will not. They won't carry over. So you get 20 for the month. So if you're coming up close to the end of the month and you have credits left, just try coming up with stuff that you could use, even basic stuff for, say, like birthdays or Christmas cards. Just go ahead and use up your credits at least with stuff. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. We also have our July crafting challenge going on, which usually we just do $25 Amazon or PayPal gift, but we're doing double, so it's $50, but it's $50 to spend at Cricut for our crafting challenge. And if you guys haven't seen the AI video I did that walks you through and explains it all, and you can see me use it more to design, you can go ahead and go to, in the description is the link for that. But I'll show you real quick my Tipsy Flamingo. I'm going to put this on a shirt. But isn't this so stinking cute? The Tipsy Flamingo Social Club. I love this so much. Well, I'm never tipsy, but then I was like, this is such a good name for a club, the Tipsy Flamingo, especially like in Florida or somewhere. Isn't that so cute though? But that was the design. I didn't have it do the wording. I could have had it do the words too. I could have had in Create AI said to write these words and gave it cues for the writing. Like some I did like curvy fun writing. You could have it write in script if you want, cursive. And I do believe all the ones I've played with so far that I've had it do font with, I do believe it always uses fonts, like access fonts, to create it. I'm not 100% sure on that, so I don't know. Jamie, have you used any that were not, have you came up with any that were not access fonts? Oh my gosh, Mindy, you are so right. That could be a Villages Club. If it's not, but I don't even drink. Oh, I have my coffee on the weekends now. But I don't care. I'll still be front. If that club's not there, and if I ever get to live there and it's not there, I'm going to start the Tipsy Flamingo Club. But yeah, I definitely am making a shirt of that. The Tipsy Flamingo, the exact words I used, Mindy, were... Oh, yeah. That started... Holy cow, that was fast. The words I used for the flamingo was, give me a flamingo with heart sunglasses, sitting in a big martini glass with its legs kicked up, holding a martini glass with garnish. That's what I told it to get that image. And it did really good. And guys, we are having another giveaway too. I forgot this started yesterday. In my mind, it was starting tomorrow. I don't know why. But we have a $300 material bundle giveaway from Cricut. So you guys watch for that in the groups. I'll go ahead and get that posted today. And then, yeah, that's a $300 prize bundle. Somebody's going to want to win that. There's some new stuff too. If you look on the Cricut shop, some new 3D iron-on. There's new color changing vinyl in it. It's in the multi-pack right now. But you guys know how we have the color changing vinyl where it would change hot or cold and would go from like blue, dark blue to light blue or whatever. They now have one that's rainbow and it goes black to rainbow, but it's only in that multi-pack of color changing vinyl right now. But that stuff's really cool. I want to play with that because it goes from nothing to rainbow. So, all right, guys, we will see you guys next time. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know people will be setting off fireworks till Monday, I think. But everybody stay cool. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, guys.